All right, so good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear.
The most important thing now is to feed the body.
All right. Thank you, Martha, for letting me know. So, we're about rounding up this program. It's been very, very wonderful for me. And of course, I will miss you all. We are still on the platform though, but we won't be gathering every evening on Mondays until maybe another cohort starts, and then we can start over and over again, just as we have been doing since COVID-19. It's been a great pleasure and privilege for me as a person and for Kofsol Group to be doing this with Nigerian youths in Lagos. So this evening, what we'll be doing will be to look at certain things. We might have said all of these things in passing during the course of the training, but we'll revisit them again for emphasis. And then you can then ask your questions and we move on. Now, I want us to look at certain things we should take note of in professional cleaning. When you are doing your cleaning, certain things you should not take for granted. Okay? There are very important things to note. And every cleaner, what its our name is or our name, will take them very, very importantly. I hope you know when I put on this, they are not recommended, they are recommended. It's so that I can see my screen properly. Okay? Akin Guola Folake, please mute yourself. Stop unmuting yourself when everyone had been muted. We've already done a course here on what to do on Zoom meetings. If you are not talking, then you mute yourself. You don't have any business on muting because there's no need for it. All right, so when you want to do your cleaning professionally, any site you are on, make sure, this is where I want to start from tonight, make sure that you have your scope of work, okay? We've said this, some time ago, but I just want to emphasize why you must have your scope of work. Remember that if you have a scope of work, if you have like a plan, if you have what you are going to do for that day, for that hour, for the week, and probably for the month, you will be better organized, and then nothing will be able to stop your flow. So this scope of work, can be put into like day and night, what you ought to be doing during your general cleaning, periodic cleaning. We've already talked about what your general cleaning should be, what periodic cleaning is all about, your window cleaning, your external facade, things like that. So when you will be doing this and how you'll be doing them, don't you ever forget your scope of work. So you may also need to do pest control. As the cleaning operative, you don't have to engage in everything if you don't want to. Like if you don't want to do pest control, you can outsource pest control of where you are managing, the facility you are managing. If the client wants you to do the pest control, some clients will just want you to take everything together so that they can have their peace. They don't have to be chasing the pest control person and be chasing the cleaning operatives all over the place. So some of them want you to do just that. So you can outsource. You don't tell a client that, oh, I'm not doing pest control. No, don't do that. You can just take it and then you outsource and you monitor the person you have outsourced this thing to. So if you are going to do pest control as well, you will need to, like I said, monitor the people doing the pest control. You know the timings. Like, is it going to be quarterly? Is it going to be monthly? Do you want to do pest control on, depending on the facility you are cleaning? For instance, if you are in a food vending place, then your pest control becomes more often than if you are probably doing like a corporate office, maybe a bank or something. But if you are in an hotel or food vending areas, then your pest control will be more often, as necessary. And you will also need to discuss this with the owners of the facilities. You can't just decide. When you decide this, you discuss with them, and then you all agree, you both agree on when and what you want to do. But your scope of work when you are cleaning totally depends on your professionalism, as in the cleaning area, not the pest control now. Because the pest control, you charge differently from your cleaning charges. This is why it is very, very imperative that you talk to the owner of the facility before you start scheduling control for them. But for your cleaning, it totally depends on your professionalism, like I said, because you will need to know how many times you are supposed to clean your the toilets. So this makes part of your scope of work. Like, how many times are you going to clean the toilets? How many times will you be going around to pick the dustbins in the offices? How many times would you tell your operative to sweep around? How often do you dispose of your bins and stuff like that? This makes part of your schedule, part of your scope of work when you are in any facilities. Like, for instance, the office areas. I'll just mention a bit of what you are supposed to do. Like, if you have offices where you are cleaning, remember that, normally when you are cleaning, you are supposed to sweep. You may need to do carpet cleaning if there is carpet in the office, okay? You will need to do cobwebs. You will need to bring down your cobwebs. You will need to mop, depending on the kind of flooring. If it's not carpeted, you need to mop, But apart from all of this, you will also need to empty and clean all waste receptacles, that is your dustbins, and remove waste paper and rubbish to the designated areas. This means that you must have a designated areas where you put these things after you remove them from the offices, okay? I've already talked about your damp wetting, that is your mopping and all of that when you are cleaning the offices. You may need to polish as well. Like, it totally depends on the facility you are doing, okay? If you don't have floors to polish in a facility, you don't go polishing. If it's just to mop, you mop. If it's to polish, you will have to decide how often you'll be doing your polishing, okay? Also, if it's an office, like for instance, if you are cleaning the airport and they have drinking fountains, that is the ones you call your water dispensers, you will have to schedule also how to clean them. I'm sure in some people's minds, you are thinking, am I the one to clean the water fountains as well? Oh, yes. Remember we said when we were talking about what we clean, who can remind us about what we said about what we clean? What do we clean? What do we clean?
Everything.
Sorry, is Bola twins again? You see, it looks like it's Bola twins alone that is in this training. Is somebody going to tell us what we clean? Raise up your hand and let's hear your voice. Adebisi Adedoyin, can you unmute yourself and let us know what do we clean?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
In first class, you told us that we clean everything.
Is it what I told you or what you are going to do?
That's what we are
What
going
do
to
we clean?
Everything.
Not that I told you, because I may tell you and you decide not to do it. Then
Okay.
all
So
the time that we have stayed here will be like a waste. So we clean everything, everything. So this is why you have to make it your duty, you make it your business to clean everything. So if you have a water fountain in the office, you need to clean such a fountain. I've told you that if you have carpet there, you may need to vacuum. You know, you will even need to vacuum, not me. You will need to vacuum the carpet and you will have to schedule. You have to put it in your scope of work. You know, so do you want to do it in the mornings? Is it a place, is it a facility that doesn't sleep? For instance, the airports do not sleep. The airports do not sleep. Hotels do not sleep because people keep checking in and out depending on what they want to do. Okay, so what time? That's what you will have in your schedule. Exactly what time do you want to be doing this? It doesn't have to be your convenient time. It has to be as needed in the facility. Okay? So you will dust, you will mop, you will sweep if you are doing offices. And you know, with the services, you also need to schedule the frequency. How often do you want to pick the dustbins? How often will you be sweeping? Is it a place that enjoys a lot of leg, you know, presence? Is it a place that is busy? How often do you want to sweep? How often do you want to do what you need to do there? That's what I mean by the frequency, you know? And it's not just emptying the waste receptacle. You must organize washing of this waste receptacle, that is the dustbins. We all know that if we just throw the dustbin away and we don't wash them, then definitely they will be smelling, and then your job there will be empty because you are supposed to keep the place very clean. And apart from scheduling all these things, apart from having your schedules, you might have scheduled that carpet cleaning will be in the mornings, and you've all agreed to it. This doesn't stop when you have to spot clean. For instance, if somebody comes into the office, spill a bottle of Coke, you're not going to say, okay, it's until tomorrow when I'm doing my general cleaning. No. You pick it up immediately. Immediately. Make sure that you just clean everything. Once you decide in your mind that you clean everything, everything will be cleaned and your clients will be very, very happy with you. That's about the offices. In the restrooms, some people call restrooms bathrooms, some call them toilets. They are just the same thing. You're also supposed to empty the waste as I went due, and you have to put all the rubbish in designated areas. So as I'm telling you now, is how you put them down. Remember, if it's not written, then it can be easily forgotten. I've told you that as well. So what you do is that you will have to put your mind at it, write everything down for your operatives, because you are not working alone. You are business owners. This is what you want them to do in the offices. This is what you want them to do in the restrooms. They have to pick the dustbins. They have to clean all mirrors, mirrors, the walls, the tiles, everywhere. And you schedule how they do this. What I'm going to do is to kind of look for one of Precise Cleaning Services schedule paper, and I'll probably post on the group, for you to have an idea, for those who may not know what I'm talking about, how to schedule your duties. So this schedule will involve what you do in the offices, what you're supposed to do in the restrooms, what you're supposed to do in the free areas and stuff like that. Okay? So for the restroom, just put in your mind that you are cleaning everything as well. But don't you ever forget, underneath the WC, when you are cleaning the WC, don't forget the underneath the WC, the inner parts of the WCs and the mirrors. The mirrors must be sparkling clean. There must be no mist on the mirrors in the bathrooms. After you might have said you are finished cleaning your bathrooms, everything should be totally taken care of and seen to be taken care of. Not just taken care of, but seen to have been taken care of. You have to state the frequencies as well. Maybe you want to say we will scrub all floors and tiles, walls at least weekly. So we are going to do deep cleaning of all the floors, all the walls in the bathroom, so that there won't be, you would prevent build up, even at home. You know that if you don't clean your toilets, the WC, as often, you start seeing some brownish stuff, maybe from the sediments of the water. It can even be the sediments of the water. So you need to pay attention to details when you are doing all of these things. You may want to say we dust all walls not less than once in a month. We clean light fixtures. Remember, you clean everything. So part of what you clean also is your light fixtures. That is the wirings, the plugs, and your fans, everything. So maybe you want, well, we are talking about the bathrooms now. Some people actually have ACs in their bathrooms, depending on the facilities you are cleaning. Make sure that you are cleaning all the grills. Okay, you clean the light fixtures. You want to put it that, not less than once in a month, or not less than twice quarterly. You clean all vents, grills. Like if you are doing the ACs, the vents must be cleaned as well, not less than once in a month. You clean soap dispensers, not less than you just put the frequencies as necessary, because it also depends on the usage of the facility. The carpet, the door carpet, we're going to remove and dust like every hour, things like that. The elevators also, everything in the facilities should be put into consideration. So you are thinking of the elevators as well. You dust the light lenses and damp wipe if necessary, spot clean the walls of the elevators. You put the frequency, okay? Dust or damp, everything, the metals, the chromes, whatever is there. This is how often we'll be doing them. Then the lobby courts. You know, these are the general areas. We sweep like every hour, depending on the kind of facilities and the people and the frequency of visits of these places. You know, on and on like that, because it depends on where you are cleaning, really. So you just like look at the what you have there. You have offices, this is what we'll do. We have bathrooms, this is what we'll do. We have lobbies, this is what we'll do. We have elevators, this is what we're going to do with the elevators. We have common areas. This is how we're going to fix the common areas as well. Okay, maybe you also have staircases and stuff like that. So if you have any question in what we have just said now, what we have just discussed, let me know before we quickly jump to something else. I just wanted you to know that you're supposed to schedule whatever you want to do. If it's a facility also that they have tenants, let me just remind us of that. For instance, you know, if you have, like, if you're working at the airports, airports will have tenants. Like you have airlines that will have their offices in the airport. So if you have been employed to do the airports, you would have either agreed with your clients whether you are going to be doing the client's offices as well. So you have to put that into consideration too. You don't leave them out. Be sure that you have the agreement whether you are supposed to clean the relevant places or not, because that can also become something of a talk. If you are not doing it and their tenants are complaining, if the tenants are not happy, your clients are not happy with you. So sometimes, even if you did not even agree with your tenant, with your client, that you will be doing the tenant's places, and a tenant who probably doesn't know your agreement with the client calls you to do it, what you should do is to first satisfy that tenant. You know, make sure that you clean. That doesn't take anything off you. Clean for the tenant and then report to your client so that they know they have to pay for your services. You are not there, you are not doing it for free. You are doing it for profit, actually. So, but you make sure that you first do that customer service by satisfying their own clients. Remember, their money also comes from their clients. Okay, so let's put that in mind. You should go out of your way to satisfy your clients. Right. Everything is what we clean. If you have questions, please put up your hand before we go to something else. Is there any questions so far? So good. All right, so I want to believe that everything is clear. Don't forget that you need to share what you want to do, to day duties or night duties, if you are in a place that does not sleep. Okay, you will have to have day duties and night duties. Like some people have been asking for specific cleaning agents. Specific cleaning agents. I made a list of some cleaning agents. We've talked about cleaning agents as in chemicals. But I just want us to look at some household spotting agents. Like when you have certain stains, the agents that you can use to be able to put them up. I mean, to take them out. I just made a list of some. These are very useful, especially on carpets. If you are cleaning a carpeted area, you know, and you have a beer spill, you know, if beer pours on your carpet or on the carpet of a place that you are cleaning, okay, you can remove this by using laundry detergents. You can use laundry detergents. And then you can also use alcohol, surgical alcohol, not alcohol as in using beer to remove beer. You use surgical alcohol. Okay, and then you can also use white spirit. You know, the spirits, the one we normally use when we have burns or cuts. You can use that as well to remove beer stains. Then if you have hot beverage, like if you spill your coffee or your tea on a carpet, or you're working in a place and they tell you that there's a hot beverage spill, maybe hot choco or anything at all, then you can use cold water. Cold water will do a good job on hot beverage. And you can also use carpet shampoo solution. There are certain chemicals that are carpet shampoos. We call them carpet shampoos. You can use the solution to remove hot beverage. And you can also use laundry detergents. Your common Omo, Clean, and all of those. Then if you're working in a place that you have blood spill on the carpets, blood spill, you can use cold water, depending on how deeply embedded. If it's just a fresh one, you can use cold water, and you can also use laundry detergents. Remember, I've told you that when you are trying to clean any acidic thing, you use a basic agent to get them out. Now, if you have butter on your carpets, you can use dry cleaning fluid or carpet shampoo solution. Okay, like if you have a burnt mark, like if maybe a lighted match gets on the carpet and then you see the scourge, you can use you can scrape it lightly with your finger or with the sharp side of a coin. If you have any coin, you can just use either your fingernails or the sharp side of the coin to get the burnt mark out. You can also rub gently with a coarse sponge. You know, anything coarse, you can just use it to rub it a little bit for it to get off. Also, candle wax. Candle wax used to be very common. It used to be a very common stain for cleaners to deal with, depending on where you are cleaning. And you can use absorbent paper or hot iron. Once the iron is hot enough for the candle, but not hot enough to burn the carpet, you just put your hot iron on the candle wax, and you can also use the dry cleaning fluid. Chewing gum, that's another culprit. Okay. For chewing gum, ice block will do the job. Put ice block on it, it will crystallize and gets off the carpet. Okay. I've talked about chocolates. It's just the same thing you use for the beverage. Coffee, you can use laundry detergents, you can use surgical alcohol, and you can use white spirit for your coffee. Then cola drinks, like your Coca-Cola and all of that. You can use cold water, and you can also use carpet shampoo. I'll just need to run through this. It's quite a lot. Maybe we'll put this on the platform as well, so that we can all see. When you have urine stain, if it's fresh urine, you can use carpet shampoo solution. But if it's old, like if you are cleaning some places that has been so messed up and the urine is already like embedded on the surface, then you will need a digester, enzyme digester, because that has been in there and it's been embedded. So there's quite a lot of them here, even vomit, what you can use to remove vomit, like if you are working in an hospital. I hope that you know that it is also your duty to do that, no discrimination. Whatever it is, you will do. I want to just run through today's training so that you can ask questions since we are rounding up. I will pause a bit here. I need you to ask your questions, not necessarily on what we have been discussing today, but maybe things that we have done earlier on, because Monday, the next Monday, by God's grace, will be the last training. So if you have anything that is bothering you, that you probably didn't get rightly over time, let me have them now, because we will need to end the meeting at exactly 10 p.m., just as we have agreed. Do we have anyone that has any question? All right. Bala Twins, unmute yourself and let's have your questions.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Yes, ma. And my question is, all we've been doing is actually theoretical. Is there a way we can have hands-on experience for someone like me that has not done cleaning before? You understand? You know, it's
have what?
Hands-on experience, like maybe we are going to have a practical thing at what we have learned. Because, when we clean the house, let me use my house as an example. I clean to the best of my knowledge, which may not be the real cleaning you have taught us. Because we may not know how to get to some corners, how to get to some,
But from what you have been taught now,
yes, ma'am.
Even cleaning your home, would you do it differently, or is what you have been doing that you will still be doing?
I'm actually doing it differently. Even if people clean, I complain. I say,
that is it.
Okay.
If I thought you didn't know how to clean professionally, so the training is supposed to let you know how to clean professionally, and so you have been doing things differently. I understand that you probably want to have like hands-on experience.
Yes, ma'am.
I can help out, to see if there's anybody that needs such. I remember you also asked during the last meeting, so definitely it's something that is bothering your mind. But unfortunately, it's not really unfortunately. as a matter of policy, we don't take learners in precise again. I explained that to you last week.
Yeah.
But what I can do is to also ask around colleagues if they do. But I know that most cleaning companies don't do that. Most cleaning companies don't do attachments or anything like that any longer, because we just find out that it's a waste of our time. It's a waste of our time, especially in Nigeria. Abroad, it could be easier, but in Nigeria, the work ethics is so wrong. Because when you're on attachment, or when you want to come and you think that, okay, you are doing your attachment with this company, people take it for granted that I'm not being paid. I'm just here for a while, so I can do whatever I need to do. I mean, what I want to do, and get away with it. So people just need people that have been trained, and that's why Lagos State government is doing this, so that you can be upskilled whenever you are looking for a job. So what I will advise really, instead of trying to look for attachments, you have been trained. Get your confidence in place. That's why I said, would you still be cleaning your home the way you used to before this training, or you do things differently? So what you can do is to get a job. It's for you to get a job in a cleaning company, because you have been trained, you are going to be given a certificate, then you can apply for a job. When you apply for a job in any cleaning place, you are ready to abide by the rules and regulations of the company. No matter how highly placed you are, you cannot be higher than your employer. So you are ready to go by the policies, you are ready to go, but you know why you are there. You are learning, and you are still working, and you are getting paid. So you have the two in one, instead of saying you want to do attachment, because if you apply for attachments, most people, most serious companies, cleaning companies, will not say yes because of bad experiences, even from youth corpers, that are there for administrative duties. Talk less of cleaning operatives now that are not really.
Hello, ma.
From some people. Oh, my internet. Can you hear me though?
Now I can.
I'm being warned that my internet is not stable.
Yes, it wasn't stable for like some few minutes, but I can hear you.
Okay.
So I think I think I buy that idea of getting the certificate and apply for job. So maybe I'll from there.
You know why you are there. So it's not a problem to just abide by the rules and regulations, get knowledgeable about it, or also you need to go by the rules and regulations, the policies of the company you are with, and stuff like that.
Thank you, ma.
You're welcome. Any other question, please? Okay. Let's look at some important things to also know in cleaning. The very first number one thing is that you must not use dirty things to clean dirt. I hope you understand what I'm saying. It happens a lot. Cleaners will carry their dirty water and they'll be using it to clean dirty floor. Sometimes the dirty water is even dirtier than the floors they are cleaning. Once you know that your water is dirty, change it immediately. Dirty dusters must be changed as often as possible during cleaning. You don't use your dirty duster to continue to dust, because that is very, very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. You do not use dirty dusters to dust. During the course of your cleaning, you must change your dusters as often as possible. And actually, this goes for all your cleaning accessories. Once they are dirty, make sure that they are changed. Make sure that you clean them. Don't use dirty dusters. Don't use dirty mops. Don't use dirty water. And then after, if you have to burnish, if you have to polish and burnish your floors, okay, the floor must be swept with a sweeper. After burnishing, you must sweep. These are just some random things that I thought about that people make mistakes concerning when they are cleaning. Okay? When you finish your burnishing, make sure that you also sweep with a sweeper. And when you are polishing a floor, make sure the chemical on ground is dry before you put another one. Because you put layers of chemicals, you put layers of polish when you are trying to polish. It's just like when you are trying to polish your shoes as well. Because at least I know that we all have shoes, and one time or the other, we have polished our shoes, you know. So when you put the first layer of your polish, you make sure that that dries before you decide to put another layer, if you have to put that. And then you follow this process till you put your last coat. Don't work on a wet floor. Like when you've just polished a floor or whatever, don't work on them, because the marks, your footprints will be there. That also does not, you need to teach this to your cleaners. This doesn't show professionalism. If it is your own footprints that we are seeing on the floor that you are supposed, to be cleaning. So make sure that you guard against that. Don't work on a wet floor. Okay. Also, we've said this before. If you do any OSH job, you will also get OSH results, and you will have to do a rework. And I've told you that a rework is actually more expensive than if you are just doing the job initially. So make sure that you do a good job. Don't do any OSH job. Take your time, do it well so that you can get very good results and you can get good commendations from your clients, and you can have referrals as well. I jotted down quite a lot of them. Okay. When you want to polish, the first thing you need to do is to start from the edges. You start from the edges. Don't go and start from the jaw and then you polish to the wall. If you understand what I'm saying, it's like you painting a floor. Somebody is asking what you use polish to do. You use polish for everything that is polishables, like the floors. You polish tiles, and you can also polish tables. You can polish chairs if they are wooden, But you polish most of the time in facilities, you polish the floors, the tiled floors. You polish terrazzo, you polish tiles, you polish marbles. You have marble floors that you polish. Okay? So I was saying that it's like a painter that has painted from the floor, from the door to the wall. If you polish from the door to the wall, when you are going back, how would you pass? You will need to step on the paintings, and that will be very bad because you are going to just smudge everything you have done. So you polish from the wall to the door. Okay? You cannot use broom on a polished floor surface. We all know the results we are going to get. The broom marks will also just be on the polished floors. So you don't use broom on a freshly polished floor. Before you polish, you want to have swept. You want to have done all the cleanings you need to do before you decide to polish. Then don't spill water on polished floor as well, because water will get it spoiled. For wooden floors, if you put too much of water on wooden floors, some floors also, some floorings are made with wood. If you put a lot of water on wooden floors, it can make the wooden floors to swell up. So don't put too much water when you are doing. Anyway, the thing is, I would also kind of let you know when my book is ready, actually. My next book, when it's ready, most of the things we have taught you and more will be in the book, and then you can get a copy. It's going to be online. It's going to be an online book. It's not, you can get it online, and you can also get it. You can get the hard copies later on Amazon and Seller, But just for us to have ideas of what we are supposed to be doing as professional cleaners, that's why we are saying all that we are saying right now. You may not be able to get everything, but I believe that you have gotten enough value to kickstart your own cleaning business. What you need is confidence. Once you have that confidence, remember those people in the set before you, they are making use of their certificate, they are making use of the training, they've started their own cleaning businesses, and they are doing well in it. So you need to get all the time, you will just be improving along the line. You don't get everything. Rome was not built in a day, but Rome was started someday like that, just as we have started our own too, and then we are building on this just so that we can have what we need for survival, especially in this kind of economy that is somehow. Let me see if we have questions in the chat box. Okay, I've answered that. All right. Yes, I did. Yeah, I remember I gave you an assignment. I didn't see anybody putting the video on the platform. That's why I'm thinking that maybe you don't want to do it or you didn't do it. So who did the assignments? Raise up your hands if you did your assignments. The assignment I gave you last week. All right. So why did you not put it on the platform?
And I thought you said you were going to ask us today.
No, I said you should put them on the platform before Friday.
Okay.
Or last Friday.
Okay, ma.
So, do you have your video?
I have it.
Sorry?
I have it, but it's not my voice that is there. But I have
It's not your voice.
No.
Whose voice?
My children assisted me.
Okay, at least that's a good trial. Do you want me to make you a co-host so that you can share your screen with us?
I'll send it to you.
No, do you want to share your screen with us now?
I don't know. I'm using my phone. I don't know if I'll be able to
Sorry?
do it. Let me see if I can do it. Yes.
You don't know how to share your screen?
Okay, if you allow me to do, if you give
That's
me
what I'm saying. I want you to, let me make you a co-host.
Let me see. Where's the video self?
Okay, so go ahead and share your screen with us.
Let me see. Where's the thing?
Can you see share screen?
Yeah. Share screen. I'm coming.
It's normally in green.
Green? No, I don't have it. And I can't see. No, I don't have it, ma. I only have mute, start video, participants, chat.
Even now,
No, ma.
it should
Yes.
be there.
There's something like app that says apps. No.
Share screen, green is there now. You should be able to see it.
No.
Everybody will see it. Green, it has an arrow on
No,
top of it.
No,
It's
ma.
there. There's no. After your audio, you have your video, you have
Yes.
the participants list, and then you have the share screen.
No, after the participant, I have chat.
You have task.
Chat.
Okay, click on task.
No, chat, C-H-A-T.
Do you have more?
Yes, I have more.
Click on more.
Okay, more. I have security, meeting setting, background and effect, stop live stream, lower and disconnect audio.
There should be share screen. Why would there be no? Are you using your phone?
Yes, I'm using my phone, ma.
Even if you are using your phone, it will be there. Who can see the?
Yeah, there's no share here.
Can you see share? There should be share. It's not possible that there is no share there.
I can't see.
Okay, there is share there. From what you have on your screen, after, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can.
After participants, there's chats.
Yes.
Are we together? After chats, there's reaction.
Yes.
After reaction, that's share. Click on it. Then you scroll down to where you will see screen and click on screen. That's how you will share it.
I've seen it now.
Okay, beautiful.
Okay. So if I'm sharing my screen, I have to look for where.
You look for the video. You share your screen.
Let me
go to where the video is.
Everything on your screen, including, will be recorded. Enable do not blah blah Zoom. Okay.
Pardon?
Should I press start? Is it screen broadcast or start broadcast?
Share screen. Once you click on share screen,
I press.
You can see my own screen right now.
Yeah.
Can you see something there? Let me share so that you can see what I'm talking about. Can you see my screen?
No, because I pressed that share, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, I've seen it now.
I don't understand the kind of.
I can.
Yeah. There's no way you don't see my screen. So I'm just going to stop this.
So what will I do now? I go to my blah blah blah. I go to where it's recorded.
Yes.
Okay. Share. Okay. Okay,
So you
now
click on the video.
I've clicked on the video there.
Yeah.
So let's share. I don't know if you can see anything, ma.
We are seeing you are sharing screen.
But I've sent it. I
You
don't
are
know.
not sending it to me. You are sharing audio. Just click on share audio on and then start playing it.
Except I go and put on the laptop because this one is not
On the
going.
phone, you can do it on the phone. Like I've been doing Zoom
Okay,
on the phone.
I
I just
picked
happen to be on the computer today.
it says sent to myself. So you are sharing screen, share device audio off. So I put it on.
Okay, click on stop sharing so that
Stop
we can go
sharing.
on.
Okay, ma. I've clicked on stop sharing, ma. Okay, ma. I don't know how to share. I'll learn how to do it, ma.
That's just how to share. Okay, that could be a learning curve for all of us. When you want to share, you click on screen sharing. You click on share screen or just share, depending on how it comes on your device. And once you do that, you will see what you can share.
Or maybe I
Like
should have.
especially if you are on your phone, you will see whether you want to share your screen, whether you want to share documents, whether you want whatever. So you click on what you want to share and then go ahead and share. Right. So you can also watch the replay of this meeting. On Facebook. So somebody should copy this. Somebody should copy what I put there and put on the platform. Who is going to do that?
I will do it.
Okay, so copy and put on the platform for others to see because we live streamed on Facebook so that those who probably could not join can see it immediately since it's a live stream on Facebook. All right, so long. It's after 10 again. If we do not have any question, then we would be ending the meeting now. Right. Thank you for being here.